For you to successfully trade meme coins, there are indicators you need to pay attention to. If you come to Dex Screener from this very area, you see that this very meme token begin to pump after this breakout. And this breakout continue up to this very point before we are seeing this very pullback right now. In this video, I'll be showing you 4 things that you must have to pay attention to know 80% to 90% of the time when a meme coin is about to make a significant pump in the market, so that you can take advantage of that very move that is about to come into the market with these 4 indicators, which is very important to all meme coin traders. So watch this video all the way to the very end. Consider supporting this channel by leaving a like for this video, subscribe if you have not, and turn on the bell notification for more crypto videos like this one. Also check the channel for all that crypto content. There is the 4 indicators that you need to pay attention to when you want to know the exact time that a meme coin is about to make a significant pump all the way to the upside. And the first one is pullback. I know that most time traders neglect pullback, and that have been a very disastrous thing that is killing a lot of traders. Let's say, for example, on this very pair, market move all the way to this very point. And if you're a beginner trader, anytime you see market pump all the way to the upside, please don't enter that position anymore. Market must have to retrace back down before you can think of taking any other position. Without retracement, consider that very pair not tradable. Okay, so in this very case, you see market retraced significantly up to this very point. So what you should be looking for in terms of after a significant pump, market must have to pull back, and that is the first thing you have to do to know when the market is about to pump again. And for me, I'll be looking for 60 to 50% retracement, okay, between that area or that region, or market coming to the 0.786. So what you need to do is to use your Fibonacci retracement tool. So if you go here and take the Fibonacci retracement tool from this very point, and you draw from this very area where we see the market have support to this very point of resistance, it discovered that right now this market is retracing all the way to the downside. And this retracement right here occur at this very point. Okay, that's where the retracement begin to come in, and market is coming all the way to the downside. So right now the market is at this very price level. So this very area of 0.618, this very point right at this very area, and this very zone, that is the area that market is right now. So from here you can discover that market have retraced significantly, and like I said earlier, look for 50 to 60% retracement before you can consider entering any position when you're trading meme coins. And this is very important. Why? Because if you don't pay attention to this and you think that the market is going to continue in this upward formation, let's say for example you see the market just moving all the way to the upside from this very point, and you don't pay attention to this very significant move that have already happened on this very chart all the way to the upside, and you just want to take a trade just in the name of making maybe little money, little profit from the market, have that tendency of dumping all the way to the downside against you. That is why after you see any significant pump, let's say for example from this area to this very point, allow the market to retrace 50 to 60% of the time before you can consider entering any position. Now another example here is if you come right here and choose any pair. Okay, in this case let me look for any pair right here and choose. Okay, let me look for this alpha soul. Okay, so on alpha soul, it discovered that the market from this very point have been pumping all the way to the upside. Look at it right here. Market pump from this very point, okay, and move upward, retracement, move upward, retracement. You can see that after every retracement there is always the next pump in the market. So market move from here, retrace, move upward, and then retrace again. What that means is market have capacity to move again after this retracement. And that is why you must pay attention to this retracement in the market. And anytime you see the market move upward, don't be in that condition of wanting to enter the market because market has made this move and you still believe that the market is going to still make this move all the way upward. Market don't move like that. In most cases, 80 to 85% of the time, market must have to retrace back down before any move again to the upside. And that is what you must have to pay attention to if you want to really trade meme coins successfully. So on this very price chart, it is called that market is retracing right now. And for me, I would prefer that at this very point, you relax your mind for market to correct. And if you take the Fibonacci retracement tool from this very point and you draw from this very area where the market move last, this very last impulsive move from this very point upward, it is covered that market is still retracing. Okay, market just touched this very area of 50%, that is 0.50 on the Fibonacci retracement tool, and from here I still believe that the market have capacity of returning back down to this very point of 0.618 before the next move upward. So that is what you need to do. Don't just enter a position just in the name of wanting to enter, or you have this feeling that the market is going to move up, or you are too emotional about the market. Your trading should not be emotional. Okay, don't trade the market based on maybe one single move. You just see the market move upward and you think the market is going to continue that move all the way to the upside. Most time it does not work like that. Markets have to retrace significantly, and after that significant correction or retracement, that is the only time you can begin to see the next pump in the market. So this is another typical example of you waiting and having that relaxed mind for market to correct significantly all the way to this very point of 50% level before you consider taking your trade again to the upside. And the next indicator that you need to pay attention to is divergence on the MACD indicator. So this is very, very important. And for you to know that, you must understand the concept of divergence. So let me choose another pair and show you this practically on this very chart. So if you look at this very point, okay, let me choose this Luffy. Okay, and then from here, the first thing you need to do is to put on your MACD indicator. Okay, so my MACD indicator is already on my price action, and from here I can tell you that this very coin is going to continue this move upward. Okay, and pay attention why I am saying so. So from this very point, market have a divergence, and divergence on this very formation occur right at this very point. So first of all, we are going to draw this from this very point. Market move down, create a new low. This very support to this very support. You discover that this very support is lower compared to the previous support right here, which are all significant support in the market. Then the next thing, we want to connect exact point on the MACD indicator and know the direction of the trend line. So I pick my tool, which is my trend line, and then exact point right here. I draw from this point using the MACD histogram to this very area. Okay, so to this very area, you discover that the line is going upward. For the fact that the line is sloping downward on the price action and on the indicator is moving upward, it means there is a divergence on the price action. And for that reason, we want to consider taking a trade. But before you take a trade on any divergence, you must look for two confirmations. And confirmation number one is we must have to see the MACD histogram start formation on the positive side. At least one bar of the MACD histogram must appear on the positive side of the MACD. That is confirmation number one. And the second confirmation is you need to draw this very trend line on this resistance area and wait for a breakout to happen. So if you look at this very pattern, this is also like a wedge pattern. Okay, so a downward wedge, and once the breakout happen, which occur at this very point, it is called that the market continue this very movement all the way to the upside. So what you need to do is to wait for these two confirmation to happen. Once the two confirmation come into play and it is confirmed, then you can take a position for market to move upward and put your stop loss slightly below this very support level where the market begin to move upward, this very last support. So your stop loss will probably be around this very area while you enter the trade around this very area for the next move to the upside. And that is exact same thing that this very point is talking about, looking for divergence using the MACD indicator. And you may be asking, which other indicator can I use to identify divergence on the price action? The next indicator that I personally use is the RSI, that is the relative strength index, aside the MACD. These two indicators rightly predict the direction of the market using divergence. You can use other indicators as well, like the stochastic RSI or the stochastic indicator, which also do predict divergence on price action, but the MACD indicator and the relative strength index do a better prediction compared to the other indicators. So this is how you trade divergence. So in this case, this is a bullish divergence. Why? Because markets come back down and break out on resistance. So for the fact that market was coming back down and break out on this very resistance trend line right here, it is a bullish divergence, and with a bullish move, it means that market is going to continue this move all the way to the upside. Another example is Bitcoin sold. On this very price action, you see that the market come back down after a significant move all the way to the upside. The market move from here upward, we see retracement, move again, come back down, move again, and right now market is coming all the way to the downside. If we want to really enter at the right time when the market is about to make a pump, we want to see divergence, and that is exact same thing happening right here on this very price action. If you look at it and you connect the dot carefully, you discover that from this very point, we see the market begin to move back down. Look at it, market was creating new lows all the way to this very point right here. And from this very area, you see the market begin to move upward a little bit. But if you connect exact same point on the indicator, exact same point on the histogram, from this very area to this very point, you discover that there is a bullish divergence already on the chart. So the next thing we must have to look for is confirmation. So confirmation number one is for the MACD histogram to start formation on the positive side of the MACD right here, and then afterward we want to see the next confirmation, which is a breakout of the resistance trend line. So you use your resistance trend line right here and you draw from this very point to this very area, okay? And where we see that very breakout is on this very pair right here, okay? So this very breakout happened at this very point, and then market now have capability of moving all the way to the upside because of this very divergence that is confirmed. So for me, on this very Bitcoin soul, I am expecting that the market move upward from this very area as a result of this very divergence confirmation. This is how you know when a meme coin is about to make a significant move all the way to the upside using this very indicator number two. The number three indicator you have to look for is strong resistance and support breakout. And this is very, very important, because if you understand the key concept behind strong resistance and support trading, you will know that the market have capability of always moving after such a breakout occur in the market. So if you take this very meme token and take a critical look at it, it discover that the market is going to pump all the way to the upside. So let me look at a very recent coin that was just listed. Okay, let me choose this Pepe on base. The market is moving downward right now, but before then, market at this very point right here, from this very point, form consolidation. So we have consolidation right at this very point, which means market was building momentum. And this momentum means that there is a strong resistance right here and also a strong support right at this very point. What that indicates is after the market move from here to this very point, it means that market have capability of moving upward if there is a breakout to the upside, because that level of resistance that we see right here is very, very strong. And if market come back down and break this level of support right here, it means that market also have capability of coming all the way to the downside for a significant pullback. So on this very note, you see that market break on the resistance and with a strong bullish candle. That is what we want to see. After a breakout, a strong bullish candle. And after the strong bullish candle, you can see this parabolic move all the way to the upside. Market begin to move from here straight to this very point before this correction is in right now. So this is the very important thing you need to pay attention to when you're looking for strong resistance and support. And by the way, you don't look for strong resistance support on the 4-hour chart. You don't look for strong resistance support on the 1-hour chart. It will not work. Most of those resistance support will always fail in the market. Rather, look for strong resistance and support on the 1-day chart and the 1-week chart. These are the two most preferable charts to look at, even though you are a day trader, to know the exact level of resistance and support that is really strong, so that you pay attention to only that very level. So on this very note, if you look at it, market is coming all the way to the downside, and you can only recognize strong resistance on this very price action to be this very point. Okay, strong resistance right at this very point, and strong support is at this very area. Okay, so this very point, strong support, strong resistance. What that means is if we begin to see this market move upward and we see a breakout on this level of resistance, okay, it means that market have capability of moving upward. Why? Because number one, the market has broken a resistance at this very point. Not only that, we also want to see a new high, higher than the previous resistance right at this point. So once the market move upward, create a new high at this very point, we want to wait for a pullback to happen. And then we take our trade at the end of pullback using the first method, then enter for market to move upward. This is a very sweet strategy to play. Okay, so what this means is when you are trading support and resistance that does not consolidate, in this very example that we see right here, this was consolidation. You enter immediately after the breakout. But in the case where the market begin to move up, first of all, and breakout, okay, you wait for that breakout to happen, significant new high, the market should correct, pullback should happen before the next move all the way to the upside. This is a very important trick that you need to understand, especially when you want to trade significant or strong support resistance on your price action. And this is what you need to do to know the exact time that the market is about to make a significant pump on any meme coin at all. Indicator number 4 is narratives, blockchain, and community. So you come right here on this screener and you see a lot of blockchain right at this very point. We have Solana here, we have Base, we have Ethereum, we have the SEO ecosystem, we have BNB, which is a smart chain, we have Ton, and we have right here the Pulse chain. So any of these chain, most of these very chain have attention at a specific time, but Solana is one of the biggest when it comes to meme token trading. So what you need to do is to choose a particular chain and you look at the pump that is ongoing on that very particular chain and you focus on that very chain, maybe for that week or for that month, because that is where liquidity is going to. And if liquidity is going into a particular chain, it means that meme token in that very chain is going to also do well. So narrative is the next one. So in this very meme coin, we have meme coin that are AI agents, which is just coming out a good narrative. Maybe you look at a meme coin and look at the narrative. Most meme coin have 2 narratives. Most have 3 narrative. Others as well have only 1 narrative. So in case of a meme coin that have 2 narrative, let's say for example, the meme narrative and the AI agent narrative, you have to look at this narrative and know the narrative that is actually pumping at that moment. And finally, the community. You want to really check the community, okay, by going to the X handle or the Telegram page and see the interaction that is going on. Don't only look at the number of followers, okay? The number of followers matters too, but look at the interaction and what people are saying. So with this, you can be able to tell if the market is going to do well from what the members are saying about that very particular token. So this is a very important tip that you need to pay attention to. The fourth one is narrative blockchain and community. The third one is strong support and resistance level. Pay attention to the breakout. And the second one is divergence using MACD. And the first one is pullbacks. These are the four things you must know to identify when that very pump is about to come into the market on any meme token at all that you want to trade in the market. If you gain value from this very video, consider supporting this channel by leaving a like for this video, subscribe if you have not, and turn on the bell notification for more crypto videos like this one. Also check the channel for other crypto content. Join our Telegram channel, the link in the description and also in the pinned comment for more crypto news, day trading and investing strategies.